It could come through your TV aerial, or through the internet onto your home computer. A new kid on the block may soon be entering the world of television. The UK government believe less regional commercial TV news and technological advances will trigger a generation of much more localised stations. That subject was exercising the minds of delegates at this year's local TV forum, held in the A.K. Bell Library in Perth. Representatives of the broadcast and print media were among those there. The forum was chaired by Graham Campbell of Channel 5 TV. Graham, the conference today spotlighted the possibilities for local television.
Yes.
You're already established in Fife with Channel 5,
yes.
One of the first stations of its type.
Yes, yes.
How do you think that would translate into the south of Scotland?
Well, I mean, the model that we're using in Fife, I think, could work quite well in the south of Scotland. I mean, basically what our model is, I have a private film company, and we make our money doing commercial work. And because we support television and because we have the resources as filmmakers to make programmes, we can set ourselves the goal of let's see if we can do it. Now, broadcasting through the airwaves was not an option, but broadcasting via the internet was. So our model is to basically provide the resources, that's cameras and edit suites, which we're not actually using all the time, and to basically lend those out to highly qualified media graduates who are very keen to get work experience, and we basically use that volunteer force to basically go out and create for us, which then we put up onto the website. So in terms of a pragmatic way of doing it, before we even get into the whole debate about advertising, it can be done. So I would imagine within the south of Scotland, there will be production companies who could do something similar, and there will be the graduates coming out of colleges who want to do something similar, and if they could then tie in with a newspaper that has all the expertise within news gathering, I think you could have a very nice model to get things going on the internet before any of the kind of bigger broadcasting stuff actually happens.
The appetite for local television seems strong in communities across Dumfries and Galloway. Regional programmes from ITV Border historically had a large following. But will viewers switch on to TV news from even closer to home? Independent retailers, Annan Television, have provided equipment to generations of viewers in the area. Consultant and engineer George Devereux looks after the repairs side of the business. With 40 years' experience in the industry, he has seen a lot of changes. Do you think there's an appetite in this area for local television?
Well, if it's interesting and relevant, then people will watch it. It's the same right across the board. Whatever the programme is, providing it's interesting and relevant, people will participate. And particularly if there's any interactive element that's relevant to them in this area, it'll take off like everything else has taken off in TV.
Now, there's less regional television now from the mainstream stations. Is that a gap that needs filled?
Well, it is, yes. It's only disappearing because it's expensive. That's the problem. If it wasn't quite so expensive to do, then they would expand it. So there's definitely a gap for a much smaller niche local news network.
And is technology making that possible?
Oh yes. People have digital cameras that almost the same quality as broadcast quality. You can buy them in the high street. Marvellous quality. So yes, it's people could be their own reporters. They could actually capture news stories and then have them put on the TV networks.
So do you think people will watch local television through the television set or through their computer? What's the most? Both. There's absolutely no reason why not. I mean, both are integrating more and more and more, and there may be simply one device in each home before very long. But even so, if you have two devices, there's no reason why you couldn't do equally well on both. Scottish Enterprise have been looking closely at the UK government's proposals for up to 60 local TV stations. Officials have also been examining alternative ideas north of the border for a new Scottish digital TV channel which could be linked to local TV output. Scottish Enterprise regional team leader David Byers has been following developments closely.
Well, it's really the South of Scotland Alliance, which is Dumfries and Galloway Council, Borders Council and Scottish Enterprise, who working together, have been promoting the idea of more localised television services following the release of spectrum from the digital switchover process that we went through as a region in 2009-10. The existing Channel 3 licences, that's ITV Border and Tyne Tees, etc., end in 2014, and as we know from the reorganisation going on between these companies in the run-up to this change, regional programme content has been steadily reducing. At the same time, Ofcom's own research shows that our rural area had the highest viewer loyalty for local programme of any ITV region. So the opportunity to reverse the trend and create even more local TV services is something that we are confident will appeal to residents of the region.
But what do potential viewers in Dumfries and Galloway believe? One claim to fame in the Commonwealth village of Eastriggs is that it was among the first rural communities in Scotland to be fully wired for mains electricity. That was back in World War I. Would today's residents fly the flag for a breakthrough in local broadcasting? This is what some of the villagers had to say.
Do you think there's room for community television in this area?
Well, I think there is, because it'll complement the newspapers, the local radio stations and whatever we've got. I think it should come sooner rather than later.
And you'll watch it, will you? Or?
I should think I'd watch it quite a lot.
Would you prefer it through your television screen or on your computer screen or both?
I prefer the television screen because I'm getting blind in old age, but the computer screen's fine. I mean, 'cause it's different media. Some people like it on their text phones or whatever it is, the iPhone. So wherever you are, you can actually pick up something local to your own area.
Would you be interested in watching more local television?
You know, I don't watch too much television, but I don't know, maybe if other people like to see.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So you wouldn't watch it personally? That's
I watch, but not usually. Sometimes when I get time.
How would you rather watch your television? Through the internet or on your TV screen? Or?
No, on the TV.
On the TV. Mm-hmm. What sort of events would you like to see in local television?
It'd be nice to see what's going on in the local clubs and pubs and, you know, on gala days and any type of charity events and stuff like that. I mean, if you cover the Dumfries and Galloway area, there's plenty going on. There's plenty of little areas and stuff that a lot of people don't know about. The regional TVs don't do too much about what's in smaller rural areas. You know, you could do with just filling that gap.
So would you watch local television if it was there?
Like at all the channels, or like watching their programmes.
And do you think there's room for more local television?
Yes.
So do you think local TV could be on the internet, or would you rather see it in your television set?
TV's alright, better. TV better and everybody can see it, but on the internet, people sometimes not got time to.
So do you think local television would be a benefit to the area?
Certainly the local television, if it encompassed the local area at the moment, would be better than what we have at the moment.
Yes, we do seem to find out more about what's happening in Newcastle and further afield, and local would be far better.
What sort of things would you like to see covered by local television?
Local community events, certainly. I don't think they're covered enough, and things that happen in the actual area that us locals are interested in.
That's right. Just what is happening in the area, good, bad or whatever.
Do you like to see local television develop?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So that would seem to be a yes from Eastriggs then. But even with a licence fee subsidy to launch local TV services, big questions remain about their long-term funding and commercial viability. And with rural internet speeds far from being the fastest in the world, we'll have to wait to see whether local programmes are delivered through our computers or the more expensive option, through the airways from traditional TV transmitters.